hello, hello. Beautiful people. Beautiful people. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, beautiful people. Sapphire Dragonfly here. And I am coming to you with a spiritual message, okay? A bit of a prophetic message. But more or less a message of, well, you guys know what I do for the daily, right? I got to get back to doing the daily message. And I know I'm so busy, and God, I'm so happy to sleep in the morning that I'm not even going to lie, guys. I was like getting up and do the daily. I'm like, I'm so glad to get some sleep. Okay. But good morning, my beautiful people. But today I had a message and I had to come on here to give encouragement to all my divine masculines and my divine feminines, because you guys are out here on this spiritual journey. And if you watch me, you are on the same journey that I am on. And that is why I'm sharing all these lessons with you. Okay. So my beautiful people, the message that I got today was leaving the city of regret. Okay. Now, for many of you, if you read my book, there's a story in there that I share, and it's written by, the author is anonymous. It's written, it's called this Leaving the City of Regret. Okay. So what I want you guys to realize is that a lot of you guys are just going through this major healing right now, right? And it's funny, one of my clients, she got Reiki last week, and she's been a client of mine for 2 years. Shout out to Jay. I love her. She knows who she is. She's absolutely beautiful and amazing. And she got Reiki last week, and she's purging, which is normal for Reiki. You go through this spiritual energy cleanse and you just release everything in your system, right? Hey, Nisha. That's she calls me Auntie Sapphire. I love you, Nisha. So she contacted me this morning because she said, Sapphire, I'm having all these old emotions come up, that in things come up and negative thoughts come up that I haven't thought in a long time, and I thought that I had healed from. And so, because it was pretty extreme, I hit up my Reiki master. Shout out to LaShawn. But I just wanted to confirm that this is part of the purging process, and it is. Okay. So I remember when I went through my own first Reiki experience, and I went through a purging, and I was crying and I was releasing energy, because when you clear the energetic path in your body, it now allows for things that have been harbored deep inside you, that have been sitting there, to be purged out, to be released, so that you can fill that empty space with positive energy that's going to help you just love on yourself, appreciate who you are, know who you are, stand in your confidence of knowing that you're doing your work and that you're growing every day, right? So I think 2 weeks after I had my first Reiki session, I kicked my boyfriend out the house. I was like, you know what? You and I don't have the same belief system. This doesn't work for me anymore. You want to do what you want to do, and that is not the type of man I want to be with. And I kicked him out my house. And I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I did that. Like, it shocked the hell out of me, but it was true. We did not have the same belief system. And that was a problem in the relationship. And it was time for me to confront it. Reiki gave me the strength to pull it out and recognize that that was where my unhappiness was coming from. Okay. And I purged it. I adopted a new belief system, a new set of foundational values, and I have kept those since, and I am not going back. My energy is flowing clearly, and I intend to keep it that way. Now, so this morning when she hit me up and she was telling me the things that were coming in, I said, you are now a different person. It is now time for you to speak life into yourself, and to know that it is time to release. We can no longer live in the city of regret. We can no longer live in, I wish I could have, I wish I shouldn't have, or things of the past. You are who you are because of the things that you've gone through in life. And some of those things were really hard for you to deal with. I'm sorry, they were. Okay. But you have a choice. You can choose to lay down and die, or become exactly what destroyed you, okay? Or you can choose to empower yourself and become better than you've ever become because you recognize that you are stronger in this moment in your life, okay? As a, one thing about my grandmother was, my mom grew up very poor, right? And I remember, and all my aunts and uncles are successful entrepreneurs, businesses, lawyers, judges, all that crap now. And the one thing that they taught us from our roots is that they made a choice when they were growing up poor. They made a choice that they weren't going to go down that same path. They were going to be different. So they went from being children who couldn't afford to have shoes to being children that are judges, business owners, entrepreneurs, financial management. They made a choice and they followed through with it. I know people who were raised by drug addicts and alcoholics, and they used to dwell in the pain that their parents put in them as children, but they woke up one day and said, I am not going to be a drug addict. I am not going to be an alcoholic. I am not going to be a destroyer. My parents destroyed me. I refuse to be what they were. I am going to be better. I am going to leave that shit and I am going to empower myself. And I am choosing not to lay down with the people who destroyed me and become like them, but I am choosing to become more than they became. Okay? More than they realized that they were. Value myself highly, more highly than they valued themselves, and see more God in myself than they saw in themselves. And when we choose that path, instead of the path of wallowing in our pain and wallowing in our sorrow or attacking other people because we don't want to grow, or trying to bring down other people so that they stay in sorrow with us or in pain with us or stay broken with us, when we release that, you evolve into something that you never thought you could. You become something you never thought you could, okay? You become enlightened and you become your true, authentic self. And your true, authentic self can never, never be torn down or taken from you. When you know who you are as a person and as a people, you will never, ever lose that. You can't even pretend that you don't know. Once you wake up and see it. Once you become strong, you will never be weak again. You will have weakness knock at your door, but you will not answer it. And that is the honest to goodness truth. Because when I embraced my strength, I embraced who I am, and I never took a look back. If I look back, it's to remind myself to turn around and keep on moving forward. And I want you to embrace that same sentiment. Okay? So the City of Regret is a story. And I'm going to read it right now for some of you guys who might not have heard it. It's called Leaving the City of Regret. All right. I had not really planned on taking a trip this time of year, and yet I found myself packing rather hurriedly. This trip was going to be unpleasant, and I knew in advance that no real good would come of it. I'm talking about my annual guilt trip. I got tickets to fly there on Wish I Had Airlines. It was an extremely short flight. I got my baggage, which I could not check. I chose to carry it myself all the way. It was weighted down with thousands of memories of what might have been. No one greeted me as I entered the terminal of the Regret City International Airport. I say international because people from all over the world come to this dismal town. No one greeted me as I entered the terminal as I checked into the Last Resort Hotel. I noticed that they would be hosting this year's most important event, the annual pity party. I wasn't going to miss that great social occasion. Many of the town's leading citizens would be there. First, there would be the Dunn family. Should have done, would have done, and could have done. All right. Then came the I Had family. You probably know old Wish I Had and old Wish and his clan. Okay. Of course, the opportunities would be present, missed, and lost. The biggest family would be the Yesterdays. There are far too many of them to count, but each one would have a very sad story to share. Then Dreams would surely make an appearance, and it's their fault would regale us with stories and excuses about how things had failed in his life, and each story would be loudly applauded by Don't Blame Me, and I couldn't help it. Well, to make a long story short, I went to this depressing party knowing that there would be no real benefit in doing so. And as usual, I became very depressed. But as I thought about all the stories and failures brought back from the past, it occurred to me that all of this trip, the subsequent pity party, could be canceled by me. I started to truly realize I did not have to be there. I didn't have to be depressed. One thing kept going through my mind. I can't change yesterday, but I do have the power to make today a wonderful day. I can be happy, joyous, fulfilled, encouraged, as well as encouraging. Okay. Knowing this, I left the city of regret immediately and left no forwarding address. Am I sorry for mistakes I've made in the past? Yes, but there is no physical way to undo them. So if you're planning a trip back to the city of regret, please cancel all your reservations now. Instead, take a trip to a place called Starting Again. I liked it so much that I have now taken up permanent residence there. My neighbors, the I forgive myself and the new starts are so very helpful. By the way, you don't have to carry around heavy baggage because the load is lifted from your shoulders upon arrival. God bless you in finding this great town. If you can find it, it's in your heart. Please look me up. I live on I Can Do It Street. Okay. And that actually has a name here. It says it's written by Larry Harp. Let me tell you something. Larry, thank you for writing that inspiring story. It has been around for years. And I tell you today, I speak and impart into all of you that are here that you will no longer visit the city of regret. You will move forward into the city of starting again and starting new. We will learn all that we need to learn so that we can move forward in this life. Okay. I hope I put the link below so you guys could pull that up and read it. And I hope that it inspires you as much as it has been inspiring me for years to release and move forward. I mean, all right. Now, as you can see, my voice is not hoarse. It's not harsh. My ear, nose, and throat doctor has started me on a new steam therapy for my throat, and I feel fantastic. My throat is slowly healing and getting back to where it needs to be. And I am loving it with the herbal oils that they have me using. So you guys are now no longer beautiful people. You guys are now beautiful people. Beautiful people. Hello, hello, hello. So I am so happy to finally be getting a course of a regimen that's helping me get my voice back. And that way you don't have to hear an old man sitting on here talking to you, doing this reading with you. Okay, so let's jump in to your overall energy for today. We're going to be using the Soul Coaching Oracle cards, okay, to give you an inspiring message for today. Okay, Holy Spirit, I call you, the Father and the Son, Yeshua, in Christ Yeshua, into this reading to give these people something to inspire them, something to set them on fire today, something to give them guidance into their higher self and knowing and recognizing who they are. I speak this, Father. Come into this reading and give us a message. Amen. All right, let's go. Thank you, Father. Thank you. Chamuel is here. Archangel Chamuel is here. His name stands for God's love. He says, good morning, Sapphire Nation. Good morning, Chamuel. And we have somebody that's not normally here very often. Haniel, Archangel Haniel is here. And Haniel is associated with love. Okay. I want to give you his name, well, her or his name. Most people I correlate with his masculine side. His name stands for God's love. So I think it's very appropriate that both of them are here. Okay. God's love, and Heniel is for God's, what is, I'm sorry, Chemuel. God's love. Yeah. Okay. So wisdom. All I truly need is within me. Didn't I say this, guys? Be thankful. Look, the bottom of the deck is gratitude. Okay. It says this is a glorious time to be alive, and I am so grateful. Some of you have been dwelling so much on the past that you haven't been celebrating the present. Okay. You have so much to live for. I know your heart got broken, but you're still standing. I know that your job drives you crazy, but you're still standing. I know that the kids are in your ear and your husband and did you do this? And the house is crazy, but you're still standing. Be thankful. Be thankful. Because do you know how many people aren't here to take that next breath? Do you know how many people are not available to get up out their chair and talk to you or walk around a room? I'm thankful for 2 legs and they still work every day. I am so grateful for everything I've been, the bad, the hurt, the pain, even the enemies I have. Thank you. I need you because you inspire me to wake up every day and be the best I can be. And if I ever think about stepping off my track and not being who I'm supposed to be, or not walking in my purpose, or lying to people, or hurting people, it is my haters and the people who talk shit on me that make me stay in line every day, and I don't step out, not even to deal with your asses. Okay? So be thankful for each and every person in your life. All right? It's so funny. I gotta get the my physical copy of the Prophet Handbook, right? Because prophets from class yesterday, shout out to my prophet students from class yesterday. They know we were in class yesterday. And what did we talk about in class yesterday? Didn't we talk about rejection, guys? We talked about how when you have a spiritual calling on you, the same way God has people, the darkness has people who are going to challenge your character, call you this or call you that. They reject you because they want to be you. They're jealous because the calling that you have on you, they're so busy envying the calling on you that they're not doing the work to find their own calling. Okay. And that's the thing about it. All right. So we have to recognize, do not play with these lower energies. Don't bother. When you have these exes come back that are low vibrational or people attacking you, don't bother, guys. It's not even worth it. Okay. They're a mom and pop. You're a corporation. Don't ever forget that. You're a corporation underneath the Most High, and you have purpose. Don't forget that. Okay. Wisdom. All I truly need to know is within me. Everything that you need to know is encoded in your DNA. God has given you everything that you need to be able to survive everything you're going through. Even when you hit your lowest moments and you say, I don't think I can do this, I can tell you, yes, you can, because it's in you. You just have to unlock that level of wisdom, that level of strength, that level of integrity, that level of knowing to be able to do it. Don't ever tell me you can't do something. Okay? Don't ever tell me you can't do something. I did not realize until years later when I was writing my book that my kids, okay, their names start with C-A-N in the order, when you put them in the order they're born in. And I never noticed that until I was writing my book. And I said, oh my God, my kids' names in the order of their birth spells the word can. If God was not trying to tell me that everything I was going through in my life, I can get through and I can survive. And he literally told me right beneath my nose with the names of my children, the first letter of their name, making the word can. And I didn't even catch it. The whole time, from the time I had my daughter on, God was trying to show me that I can. And I missed it. I missed the simple message that was directly right in front of my face at that time. How could I? How could I miss that? Okay. How could I miss it? I did though. Okay. So I'm telling you today, I feel as though God is giving you guys messages of to support you. Okay. To love on you, to provide you with strength. And I feel that you need to be thankful in order to see and recognize the messages. So in this day, be thankful for the people who have broke your heart. Be thankful for the people who have done dirty shit to you and abused your kindness or have not appreciated the loving spirit that you have. Be thankful for the tears that people have let you cry. Okay? Every tear you cry planted a new seed of love and stability within your heart and your soul. So be thankful for all of that. Use your wisdom moving forward. All right. So I am going to pull a card to see what is coming people's way today. What is coming their way, Spirit? What is coming Yahweh's people's way? Okay. He says that you lack my people perish from a lack of knowledge. Well, I'm going to tell you this much. On this channel, you will not be lacking in knowledge in any way, shape, or form. Okay. Okay. All right. Now, I don't have my radio charged up. I got to find my charger. When I flew back, I misplaced my charger for my 9 stereo. I got to go find it. But we have, they just gave me the song for today's reading. All right. Environment, guys. 4-4. So today's reading is about stability. It's about stability. At the bottom of the deck, look what we have: surrender. 9 and 1 is 0, is 10, which is 1 is 0, 1, right? Which is starting over. So what I'm hearing today is there's a purging of your environment. Okay. Some of you guys look at this underneath surrender. When you clean your environment and you surrender, okay, manifestation. So what this is telling me is somebody's, look at this, in rebirth. I can't make this shit up. 7, 8. Can't make it up. Underneath, when you surrender, you open yourself up to manifestation. Okay. So right now, someone has been, you need to be thankful for all the lessons and the things that you've been through in your environment that have now taught you the wisdom that it's not about holding on. It's about learning to let go. Okay. Do you know that people who suffer with abandonment issues, they suffer with abandonment issues and codependency issues because they don't know how to let go? Where does that come from? It comes from in their life, they were dealing with people, parents, family members, okay, who may have stayed in unhealthy situations because they were scared to let go. So now, okay, let me tell you how it trickles down. You have a mother and a father who have children. The father treats the mother like shit, or the mother treats the father like shit, but the other spouse is scared to let go. They're scared to release. They're like, I don't want to be by myself. I don't want to take care of the kids by myself. So they literally spend their relationship and this child's childhood is spent watching their parents not release, okay? Not let go, all right? So they see my mom's not letting go of my dad. My dad treats us like shit, but my mom's staying there. My mom nags my dad, treats him like shit, but my dad doesn't go anywhere, right? So then when that child grows up and becomes an adult, right? They have not received nurturing from their parent. They have not received guidance because their parents are too busy trying to hold on to each other instead of protecting and guiding and nurturing their child. So then when the child gets older and becomes an adult and goes into a relationship, they repeat the same cycle, except it's toxic. They hold on to the wrong people. They hold on to the wrong situations. Remember what it felt like to feel abandoned by their parents and not have their parents be there and acknowledge them. So they start saying, basically, they repeat the same cycle as the parents without even realizing it by saying it's better to have someone or something than to not have anything at all. Well, I am here to tell you the devil is a liar. That is not true. Okay. You deserve to have better than what your parents had. Okay. And if you come from a loving family, then you are some lucky people because you deserve to have more love than you had in that household. We as children should always be charged to do better than what our parents did. Okay. I want better for my children than I want for myself. All right. So, and you know, it's so funny. My son, my daughters, Chelsea, Alex, Nils, their name spells can. My other two daughters, their name spells I-K, I know. And Spirit just said that to me. They said literally with the birth of your other two kids, we gave you an affirmation. I know. And this is what I know. I know that I am worthy. I know that I deserve better. I know that I can do anything. And I know that I am meant for more than anybody else can imagine. I know that God has purpose for me. So I know is the next affirmation he literally birthed into my life. Thank you, Most High. I appreciate that. I never thought about that. Okay. So, all right. So let's pull because I feel that someone is in regret today. I feel like someone has been in regret, and what they are telling me is that it's time for you to release this regret and then to now surrender to what you know you need to do. Okay. Hold on. Now the song, hopefully my phone will play it loud enough. Okay. And I think that someone is in love and they don't know how to deal with it because it's a love unlike anything that they've ever felt. Okay. It's something brand new. And in order to get this love, they have to change their environment. Okay. They have to change their environment and they have to surrender to a higher level of wisdom that they did not realize that they even had inside of them. Okay. I feel like there's a home situation that you have to surrender to the Most High, because when I put surrender with wisdom, do you see that person with that list? It's like taking all the things that aren't working out in your home environment or your work environment and writing them down and then handing them over to God. So what I'm going to tell you to do, is today, I want you to take the things in your life that you've been through that you feel like you can't release. If you have to say, I can't release that my mother spent more time worrying about men than she did me, or my father spent more time worrying about women than he did me, or my parents were addicts and they weren't there for me. I want you to write that down. Okay. I want you to write those things down that you feel have played. I'm sorry. I just spilled some of my chai tea near my ear pods and not a good look. You guys to go and write those things down. Okay. And then I want you to get yourself a white candle. Okay, we are back. We are back, and I hit the wire, so it made the screen go out. Okay, so guys, I'm gonna pick up where I left off at. Okay, what I want you to do is write down all the things that you feel that you need to purge and release. Okay. And I want you to get a white candle, and I want you to put it underneath of a white candle, and I want you to just light the white candle. You don't need anything on it. And I want you to pray and ask God to see this list and take it away. Okay. It's the same thing we do in Catholic Church when we go up to the front of the church and we light candles at the service, you know. So we're doing the vigil. Okay. So you're doing a vigil for yourself and you're going to write down all the things in you that you want to release. Okay. Yes. Use a tea light candle. Absolutely perfect. Any kind of white candle, tea light candle, fine. Votive candles, fine. It doesn't need to be a 7-day candle. Okay. And then I want you to ask God to take the things on that list and to release them from you, that you don't want to carry them with you anymore and that you want to heal. Okay. If you've had your heart broken, if you've had people take advantage of your kindness or take your kindness for weakness, okay? Because there are a lot of beautiful people out here who have a giving heart, and you give, and your heart is just so beautiful, and people take that as a weakness, so they try to take advantage of you. In this season, you're going to recognize that when they do that, it's not hurting you, it's hurting them. Because who's to say that God didn't send you into their life to be that positive support, and they messed it up or they took it for granted. Okay. So I feel like today you're being called to surrender your environment, surrender a situation that you know is not for your greatest good, or that you have someplace else that you need to be. God is calling you into alignment, and to do that, he needs you to surrender. Okay. And I know that this has to do with a love situation. Okay. That someone is in love with someone. I know that much. I don't know exactly how the song applies. I just know that there is love involved. And someone is highly in love with someone. I feel that they may have to surrender a home environment or a situation that they've had with someone else. They may have to walk away from something for what they know is spiritually better for them or more aligned for them spiritually. But they have regrets, you know. But even with the regrets, they still have to move forward. Okay. Spirit is also saying to me that they feel like somebody lost a baby. So this could be a man and woman who lost a child. There could have been a miscarriage in the relationship. And so that has been the pain that these two people has been sharing and holding them together. They're saying it's time to transmute that, let that go. You cannot use that as a means to justify staying somewhere when God is calling you on to someplace else. Okay. One person is healing and one person is not. Okay. And that is what I'm hearing. Okay. So they're telling me to do this differently. So we're going to say, we're going to do it differently. Spiritual spirit, tell me when to stop. Okay. One more time. All right. All right. All right. So on the bottom of the deck, we have karmic partner. All right. Karmic partner. So somebody is in a home with a karmic partner. Okay. This is a person that you probably have been with for a while. There's probably a lot of toxic behavior here, meaning that it is not a healthy environment for you emotionally, mentally, or spiritually, maybe not even physically. Okay. You're being called to recognize that. That's what this reading. I think somebody is recognizing that they're living with a karmic partner, meaning that it was supposed to be for a season, for a reason, to learn a lesson, and it has gone on much longer than it should have. Okay. They are telling me this is two people that may have gotten together for stability, who wanted stability in their home or in their life. And so that is not working out. It's just not a good environment with one person being karmic. Okay. Because it doesn't say karmic relationship. It says karmic partner. So what it is that one person is ascending to a higher level of understanding while the other person is not. Okay. So we're going to just cut here. So we have the understanding card here. Someone is starting to understand that their partner is karmic, meaning that their partner is literally keeping them from moving on to the next area or the next spiritual lesson that they have in their life, or that this person is literally feeding the negative, low vibrational energy within themselves. You do not want to be with someone who is encouraging you to be an asshole. You do not want to be with someone who's encouraging you to use drugs, to drink, to sex, to do things that are going to literally put your health at risk and put your well-being or your mind at risk. Okay. Someone who wants you to stay in a relationship where you're not happy and they know you're not happy and they really don't care. That is a karmic partner. A karmic partner does not care about your happiness. The karmic partner only cares about their own. Okay. And somebody is starting to understand that the environment they're in with this person is not what they thought it was. Devotion. So someone is now understanding that there's a lot of light that's being shed on the situation about this karmic partner. And I think that for some of you guys that are in this situation, you've been devoted to this karmic person. You've been treating this person like they're you know, like they're like your God. I hate to say this, but it feels like somebody has made another human being their God, or they have literally made a home situation or a relationship their God. And you have been putting devotion and putting this person on a pedestal, giving them loyalty, praising them, probably praying to them more than you pray to the Most High. Okay. Somebody has been putting somebody on a pedestal. Okay. But I feel like these are both showing cards of light. And even with the full moon here, there's light. So I feel like somebody is seeing and is well aware of this situation, that they've been more devoted to this karmic partner in this home situation than they have been to themselves. Because I don't even see a card about themselves here. Okay. I don't see anything yet saying that they're devoted to their well-being and their happiness. But let's see. Release. What did I say? Releases on wisdom. So we're at the time now where someone is being called to surrender and release this situation with this karmic partner and understand that it is not, it may look like stability, but it may be stability only in money and material to an extent, because the environment card here is green, which has to do with the earth. Okay. And that's earthly things. So it may be stable materially, but it's not stable emotionally or spiritually. Okay. And let's get one more here. And I can't make this shit up. Look at this. The surrender card just came out on the damn surrender card. Now, I don't know how much more clear you need that to be. Surrender and surrender. Come on now. Surrender and surrender. They're both saying freaking surrender. You don't get any clearer than that. Okay. So someone is, and look what's underneath of the surrender card. Metamorphosis. Metamorphosis and pride and ego. Okay. So someone is being called to surrender, go through a change, and transmute their pride and ego. Someone may have been holding on to this because they didn't want to fail. Okay. This could be the energy of, I don't want to let this go because I don't want to be a failure. Or, you know, I have stability here. Why would I walk away from this? Look at this shit. Underneath of the understanding, we had numbing and we have twin flame. So there is twin flame energy on this reading. And I feel like somebody has a twin flame that they've been trying to ignore and act like they don't sense it. But they're coming to the understanding that they do have a twin, and that the relationship that they're in, they literally have to destroy the house that they live in. Okay. They have to destroy this false foundation in order to get to this twin. And yeah, see, because as soon as they recognize that they understand that this is a twin, destroy the home, the destruction of a foundation. But here goes the thing. The foundation was not the best foundation for you. So I feel like that's what's being called to be done here, is to release what's behind karmic partner. Look at this. Behind karmic partner, it's free will and grief. Okay. Someone is needing to take back their power. You have been in a partnership with someone that you handed your power over to, and it's time for you to get your free will back. Okay. And yes, there's going to be some grief over this. Someone's going to get hurt. It is what it is. There's nothing you can do about that. Okay. Let me tell you something. I went through a divorce, and divorcing my husband, he filed for the divorce, and I went through with it, of course. The one thing I will say is that it's not easy separating and breaking up a home. But when people ask me if I had to go through it all over again the same way, I say, yes, I would. Why? Because I became so much stronger, and I healed things inside of me that I never would have been able to heal if I didn't go through that situation. I had to go through that. My rock bottom was the day that he walked out the house. He moved all his stuff out the house. Well, his half of the furniture. He moved his half of the stuff out the house, and he left. And when he did that, I could have called the cops and fought him on it because he didn't have a court order. But I didn't fight him because I said, I don't want to hold on to anybody who doesn't want me. Okay. And if he doesn't want to, if he truly is ready to go, then I'm going to respect and honor that. And then, and after he moved everything out the house, I literally broke down on the floor in my house. And I said, God, this weight is too heavy for me to carry. I'm going to need you to pick this up for me and take this for me. I'm going to need you to carry this load for me. Because it wasn't a matter of wanting to it wasn't a matter of wanting to stay in the marriage because I loved him. Because I loved him, but I was no longer in love with him. I just was so. All right. So I literally had to start over again because somebody is doing petty magic, trying to block my energy flow on my live, which is retarded because you're not going to break and stop anything here. Okay. But either way, they're still doing it. So back to this, with my divorce, I had to recognize that holding on to someone for financial stability wasn't good. Okay. I didn't want my marriage because I was still in love with him. I wanted my marriage because I was scared of taking care of myself. I was like, how am I going to pay these bills? I haven't been in corporate in a long time. I gave up my career to become a mother because daycare for twins was extremely expensive, you know? So I gave up my career and started supporting his, and then I worked my career around his. So I feel like somebody is being challenged to break out of a home situation, which has literally been keeping them from moving forward. I feel like this relationship has literally kept them from releasing all the hurt and the pain, and they've literally been dwelling in hurt and pain with someone else there. Okay, now take what you can get from it. All of this is not going to apply, but some of it will. And so what I'm feeling is that God is trying to call somebody back to them. You've made somebody your home, or this person your priority in life more than you have your well-being of yourself. And that has to change. Okay. So let's get some tarot cards here. All right. Oh, the song that I kept hearing, okay, was Brandy. Okay. It was. You cry. Have you ever needed something so mad you can't sleep at night? Have you ever tried? They don't come out right. Have you ever? Have you ever? Have you ever been in love? Been in love so bad you do anything to make them understand. Have you ever had someone steal your heart away? All right. To make them feel the same. Three of Cups, okay, is about community, celebration. That's past energy. Present energy is the Six of Swords. Tranquility ahead. Okay? Have you ever need? Look at this shit. I can't make it up. The sun, illumination, and growth is your future energy. All right? The bottom of the deck, the Seven of Pentacles, re-evaluation. Re-evaluation. All right? And I'm going to put that with the present energy. You ever found the one you dreamed of all your life? Just about anything to look into their eyes. All right, so listen. In the past, there could have been a third-party situation here. All right, we have the Three of Cups. So there's a possibility that there's a marriage or there's a union. There's a married couple, and one of these people stepped out of this union and may have cheated or had another relationship with someone else. Quite possibly could have been their twin. Okay. And what we're getting here is that somebody is starting to realize, well, let's go over this past energy first. Okay. I'm going to pull from a different deck to do past energy. All right. We're going to use the Tarot of the 78 Doors. All right. Spirit, give me the energy on this Three of Cups, please. Give me the energy on this Three of Cups. The Moon card. See? There is something, someone has been watching, someone has been hiding from someone, okay? Oh, we have a pregnancy here too. If you guys notice, there's a pregnancy on this card. She is pregnant. Okay, let's see if we can get the focus. She's pregnant. And see this lizard up here is watching her, spying on her. Okay. The Ten of Cups. And the Six of Pentacles. So listen, I feel in the past, there was a situation where someone was married. They had a relationship with someone outside the marriage. Okay. They decided to stay in the marriage and they left somebody outside the marriage. Possibly this person was pregnant. Okay. So there was a husband and wife. Possibly the husband got somebody pregnant on the outside of the marriage, or the wife may have been dealing with someone and she got pregnant. Maybe her marriage came to an end and she's having this baby by herself. Okay. Now the Six of Pentacles is here. I feel as though that there is a situation with somebody who's raising a child by themselves as a result of this. Okay. As you can see, there's some gifts there for the mom and the child. Okay. These two are, this is a single mom. All right. So this could be a situation where somebody was left to raise children on their own while somebody decided to stay in their marriage or their relationship. Okay. Yeah. And it was left by herself to have a baby by themselves, to raise a child by themselves, while this man or woman, I feel very strongly this is a man. I don't want to say a woman. I feel very strongly this is a man who went back to a marriage. Okay. Could have been a marriage or a home situation, but I feel very strongly it was a marriage. I feel like they went back to a marriage of some sort and they left a woman out in the cold that could have been a third party that got pregnant by them. And they left her. They left her by herself to fend for herself. Okay. Let me get another card on this Moon card. I just feel a need to clarify that a little bit more. Clarify the Moon, please. Nine of Swords. Yeah. Somebody is in the past. This man may have felt like he could not leave this situation with the Nine of Swords here. He felt trapped. that he had to stay in this home situation with this woman. Okay. There could have been spell work that was involved, because I'm looking at the black crow and I'm looking at the fact that the man is sitting in the cage. The door is open. The man can leave, but this is psychological. This is emotional, mental, and psychological imprisonment. In other words, he could have left this such situation anytime he wanted to. Okay. However, in his head, he does not see that door being open. Okay. He doesn't see that door being open. Yeah, this is deep. But I look at, when you put it next to the moon card, this man is looking at this woman and he's in this situation where he feels like he can't leave. He feels stuck. He feels mentally, emotionally, and physically and spiritually stuck. Okay. But he's looking at her and he knows that she's pregnant. He knows that she's pregnant. Okay. He knows. Spirit is bringing to my attention that if there is spell work involved, that there could have been a piece of jewelry that this man is wearing that a woman gave to him that's literally has magic on it. That was keeping him in this state of confusion. The reason why I say this is because they're showing me the two crows. And when I see the two crows, I think about Odin, which is a mythology Norse god. And then I'm looking at the necklace that this man has around his neck, and it's black as well. So I feel like somebody could have done magic over jewelry. This man could have a ring, could have a necklace that this woman gave to him in order to keep him in this state of not leaving, not walking away, not having clarity. This is only for those who feel that magic is involved in their situation. Okay. If he has a necklace or a ring or a bracelet or that was given to him by this woman, it was given to because it has spell work on it. It has spell work on it. Damn. All right. Okay, so the Six of Swords is the present energy. Okay, the present energy is somebody is recognizing that they're leaving a karmic partner. They have not had much peace in this relationship. Thus it says tranquility ahead. And with the Seven of Pentacles, they had to reevaluate this situation. That's the present energy as well. The overall energy wasn't a reevaluation of this home situation or this relationship that they were currently in, and coming to this realization that they are with a karmic partner that they need to release and they need to surrender this, because they have been literally, I feel like this person has literally kept them from moving forward, has kept them stuck. Okay. The Ace of Swords just flipped over in my hand. It wasn't what I was going to pull. So, I mean, I wasn't going to pull it. So I'm going to just put it back in. If it comes out, I will take it. I don't want to move my camera because I'm like, I don't want to touch my camera because I'm like, it might go black again. We'll see. Okay. I can't even see the comments that you guys have right now. Isn't that some shit? That is some crazy shit. Let me see. Let me check my internet connection right quick. And just make sure. Yeah, my internet. Yeah, I'm on my internet. I have to restart my router. All right. So we have the Ace of Wands. Now, you guys know for me, the Ace of Wands is an energy of wanting to reconnect with someone when it's a love reading. Okay. So I feel like for some of you guys, I'm getting a very strong energy of, there's two things coming off this card. There could be a woman that could be blocking this man from trying to leave, or this man has put this woman out in an effort to move forward, and this woman is banging at the door. She is not leaving because this man's arms are up, like he's literally trying to keep that door shut. So this woman could be coming back to this house or this home. She could be banging on the door, wanting to reconnect, wanting to get back with him, wanting to sleep with him. The Ace of Wands is a card of passion, okay, and sex. So this woman could be coming in wanting to sleep with him, okay, with the Ace of Wands there. And I feel like he is rejecting that, okay. He's not opening the door, that's for sure. He's got one hand on it trying to keep it closed. So I feel like this man may have walked away from this woman with the Six of Swords, and he's trying to keep that door closed. He does not want to go back down that path. Okay. The Magician. Did I not say magic was involved? This man is trying to manifest peace in his life. There could have been a lot of arguing, fussing, and fighting with this woman, and this man is trying to get back on track. Do you see how balanced this man is on that pentacle? This man may be focused on his pentacles as well, trying to get his money back on track, okay? Or he may be throwing himself into work in an effort to try and get all areas of his life balanced back out, okay? Ooh. All right. The King of Cups just flipped over in my hand. I'm going to put it back in. This fell out. I am not going to put his face down. Okay. Spirit, give me another card here for this energy. Six of Swords, Seven of Pentacles. We have the Knight of Pentacles. Okay. So what I'm feeling here is that this man, the Knight of Pentacles, is putting work into getting his money together to come and visit somebody. I'm getting a lot of pop-up energy here. I feel like the woman is popping up on him, trying to get back in and sleep with him. I feel like the man is trying to manifest taking a gift or an offer. It could even be money too, because this is the Knight of Pentacles, trying to get his money together so that he can go towards possibly this woman. Let's pull another card and see. If you see the Knight of Pentacles, he's knocking on the door. He's got the rings behind him. He's trying to come. So let's see what he's trying to do here. Okay, Seven of Wands. All right. So there may have, for some of you guys, there is someone that's coming towards you. Not only close the door, but you are very guarded because that Seven of Wands, do you see this person knocking at the door? And then this person with the Seven of Wands. Let me close this window a little bit. It's a little bit bright. Okay, there we go. With this Seven of Wands, someone is literally behind the other side, like guarded, okay? So you literally have your guard up, whoever this is that's coming towards you, okay? And I'm going to guess that a lot of you guys are this third party or this person that got left. Now, another thing I'm getting is if they did not leave a pregnant woman, they left a empress, meaning they left somebody who's about to give something, who gives birth to something great. You could be a person who has prosperity on them, somebody who's opening a business, somebody who's trying to accomplish some stuff. The empress can also be pregnant with opportunities. So if this is not you being pregnant with a baby, then it's you, or this woman is pregnant with opportunity. She's going to give birth to something amazing, you know, accomplish some stuff. And he knows that. And that is the empress. So I see somebody coming in, knocking on the door with the Seven of Wands. I do feel that somebody is guarded. Okay. With the 2-7 here, I feel like this relationship has taken a toll on your self-esteem and on your self-confidence. And even though this person may be coming in, whoever this is that's coming back towards you, if they left you because they had a marriage or something that they were keeping, secrets that they were keeping from you, you are definitely feeling like you're just definitely feeling like scared. You just don't know. You don't know if you can trust it. You just don't know. Okay. All right. So give me the Seven of Wands. Let's look at this. Let's see. Get more information here. The Ace of Pentacles. Okay. So someone is coming in, wanting to have a new start with you, wanting to have foundation. Do you see the keys there? Somebody holds the keys to this, okay? So I feel like it's funny because this is the Ace of Pentacles. And in this particular deck, every time my girlfriend sees this card, she says, that's you, Sapphire. That's the Queen of Pentacles. And so I am going to say that I feel very strongly that this is a man who is coming in to a woman who is stable, who is established. His money may not be where hers is. She has not one key on that ring. She has several. So you as a woman, you may have several opportunities and that you're working on, or several homes. You have a certain level of stability. I mean, look at the house in the background, but somebody is coming in wanting to present this offer to you, and this person's money may not be where your money is. They're coming as a knight. You know, he's only got 3 rings there, and you know, he doesn't have a key. He doesn't have a key. Okay. So this may be somebody that's coming back to you that may be having financial issues because they left a home situation. Let's ask and see why Pentacles, why his money is not. Why is the Knight of Pentacles? Why is his money not where it? Why isn't it not the King of Pentacles? Why is his money not at the King of Pentacles level? All right, hold on. Now, what flipped over my hand was the Queen of Pentacles. So what's funny is my friend doesn't see this as the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, she sees this one as the Queen of Pentacles. And so this one, the Queen of Pentacles here, is what I'm getting is that this person may have been dealing with someone. Because see, a true Queen of Pentacles doesn't worry about money. They, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, when we mature, because she's not young, she's mature. When we are mature, our main concern is stability, legacy, and wealth. We're not looking to be rich. We're not looking to be materialistic. It's not what we're about. Okay. We're not seeking to show everybody, oh, I got a car, I got this, I got, that's not what we're about. Okay. We're about home, family, stability, making sure the children are fed, making sure the men in our life are taken care of, making sure that the house bills are paid. We're about stability, making sure that a home is taken care of. Okay. We love our home. When you're immature, an immature Queen of Pentacles is all about the money. Do you see how dudded up this woman is? She's a little bit younger. She's all dudded up. She's dressed up. She's got money there. This is the kind of woman who an immature Queen of Pentacles might go around flashing money. She might have on Gucci this, Chanel that. You know, she might have on red bottoms, but really can't afford it. But she gets it. She buys it anyway. Okay. This person, I feel like this man was dealing with a woman who was all about money. Okay. And I think that the conundrum here, or the thing that here is, he thought that this Queen of Pentacles, you know, just because the card says the Queen of Pentacles doesn't mean that it is. And that's exactly what the energy I'm getting is like, yeah, it says Queen of Pentacles. It looks like what you think a Queen of Pentacles would be. But in reality, this is the Queen of Pentacles. This is the woman, because she doesn't have money in the throne room at her feet. Her money is in her assets. We don't know we don't know where this one lives at. We don't see it. We don't know how stable she is. We look at what she has and we think she has it all, right? But reality, this woman has several keys. This woman has several houses. She's got assets. She's got mutual funds. She's got IRAs. She is the true Queen of Pentacles because she's got several methods of making money, several pathways to success. She's about building stability and legacy. This woman is about being flashy and showing off all that she has. Okay. She wants everybody to admire what she shows off. So I feel like there could, you know, when we're on the twin flame journey, sometimes we could have confusion, because you can have a karmic come in and the karmic will pretend to be the twin flame, and the karmic will dress the part. Okay. And she might even look prettier. Okay. She has a thin waist. She's got maybe a nice perky breast and butt and everything. She's got the look, right? So she looks like she's money, right? But in reality, it's this woman here that's the true wealth. Okay. No, she doesn't look like an Instagram model. Okay. No, she doesn't look like, you know, so she's not shaking her ass on a music video, but she's the true wealth. She's the truth, but you would never know it, right? You would never know it. She's not even wearing her crown. because her crown doesn't go on her head. Her crown is in her assets and the stability and the things that she's built for herself. So I feel like this man may have chosen this other woman to marry or to be with, because when he saw all the money that she had, I mean, he saw that what she looked like. He was like, she looks like she's the Queen of Pentacles. She looks like, you know, she's rich. She looks like my divine partner. But you know, the crazy thing that they taught me when I first started the twin flame journey is that your twin will not look anything like you normally would expect. And this is so true, because when I met my twin, I kept going, this is not the kind of guy that I would date. This is not the kind of guy that I would normally be with. And I was kind of shocked when they said, this is your twin. I was just like, I'm not really like, I really don't think, you know, that's my twin. And they were like, it is. So I was really shocked. I was really shocked. So I feel like this man may have chosen this other woman to have this home with based on her looks, based on the fact that she liked expensive stuff and she liked certain things. Listen, I don't get me wrong. I have Louis Vuitton. I have all of that crap. I don't feel the need to show it off because it doesn't mean shit to me. All it means to me is if I ever can't pay my bills, I can pawn my Louis Vuitton for $900 and pay my fucking mortgage. Okay. I don't give a damn about material shit. Material shit doesn't move me. Show me your assets. Show me your mutual funds. Show me how many properties you own. Because money is just paper. This is what people don't understand. Money is paper. This shit right here, paper is paper. Okay. You want to see real wealth? Look for assets. Look for assets. Okay. Because I don't care if you show up in a Bugatti. Do you own it? Because if you don't own it, the bank owns it. I don't care if you have a Range Rover. I don't care if you have a Christian Louboutins on. What difference does it make if you have a pair of 1,500 Christian Louboutins on, but you don't own anything? Nothing. Okay. And I say this because I used to be the immature Queen of Pentacles who used to put more precedence on material things. But as I grew and I started to understand, it's not what you look like and how you dress. It's about how you invest. It's not how you dress. It's how you invest. Okay. Because all that shit, really, you don't own it. I'm going to keep it 100 with you. You don't own it. As long as you have a mortgage on it or you have a car payment, you don't own it. So my thing is, I remember when I financed my car, it was the first car I financed in years. And I hate financing cars. I prefer to buy them outright so I don't have payments. So I financed the car, and I remember when I financed it, my payment is extremely high. So I financed it for 3 years. And my father said, why would you finance it for 3 years and have a high payment like that? I said, because when other people are still paying for 6 years or 7 years, I'm done. I own this car. And I paid it off in 3 years, which means in 3 years, it still has a higher resale value than a car would have in 5 or 6 years when most people finance their loans. So I would rather pay $400 or $500, hell, out and pay $600 to finance my car over 3 years with a 3.2 interest rate than pay $600 or $700 for 5 or 6 years at a 8 or 10% interest rate. I'm just saying, I like to keep the value in my shit. I think about these things, because if I need to sell that car, I could sell that car, pull the money out of the car and still go buy a whole nother car outright at the end of the 3 years. If it ever came down to it. So you guys, somebody chose somebody based on looks thinking it was the Queen of Pentacles, and it's not. Okay. So that's what happened. All right. So coming, and you guys are guarded. Whoever they're coming towards, this person is slightly guarded with this slightly. This is really guarded. Okay. Let's take a look at why this woman is guarded. Okay. Why is she guarded, Spirit? Justice. Okay. There has been a lot of karmic activity that has taken place in this woman's life. A lot of karmic debts that she's been working on paying off. Okay. She's been closing doors. Okay. Now we all have karma. If we sit here and say every single one of you at some point in time has been used to be a karmic for someone else. Okay. So I have been a karmic for someone before. Sure have. Especially when you're in immature energy. God will, you will be used as a karmic. And it's not God using you. Really, it's just part of the universal order. Okay. With the justice card here, this woman has been through a lot. And she has finally gotten to the point where she has paid off her karma, if I'm right. But to pay off your karma, you got to go through it, right? Let's keep it 100. You got to go through it in order to work it off. Karma is like a list of karmic actions, people, things in your life. And you got to go through one by one and close the door. One by one, close the door. One by one, learn the lesson and close the door. And so with this justice card, I feel like this woman has done that and it has taken a toll on her. So now you have this man walking at knocking at her door and she doesn't know if this is real or not because she's been through a lot for the last, closing off these karmic cycles. Let's see. Yeah, see, she may have just taken control over her life in order to work on karmic things in her life that need to be closed out. Okay. She may have just gone through a divorce or separation herself. All right. And so she is not too open right now. All right. I think that this woman may have gone through a divorce herself. If she got pregnant by this other man, I'm sure her husband probably did leave. Okay. However, if she is working on other opportunities, she may have left her own marriage or own situation. And now she is by herself, building her own assets. Okay. And working on what she's trying to achieve. And she may not be so open to who's coming into her life because she went through hell. With the Emperor energy here, she could have been dealing with someone who was petty. She could have a father of her kids who's an asshole, who's petty. Okay. She could also be she's taking charge over her life. And with her doing so, closing these doors, she's just not anxious to open up the old doors. Okay. Let's pull one more card on her. Yeah, the 9 of Cups. There we go. The 9 of Cups. All right. So this is the energy of someone who has kind of settled into being single, being successful, and is embracing that energy. And it's kind of like it's kind of like the energy of I'm okay. All right. I'm okay. I'm doing it on my own. I'm doing my own thing. Ace of Pentacles, 9 of Cups. I'm happy. I got stability in my life. I'm focused on my goals and the shit that I'm trying to attain. Okay. And the funny thing about it is, isn't it when we don't want and we're not looking for love, isn't that when love knocks at the door? It's so crazy, but it's the truth. And people always say, when is my love coming? When you stop asking. I tell you no lie, when you stop asking. Yep. As soon as you stop looking for love, as soon as you start focusing on other areas of your life, everything but love, that's when love knocks at the door. And you're like, I wasn't even looking for this. Bingo. That's the key. You can't look for love. Love is supposed to find you. It's supposed to find you at the right time in your life. You don't have to go looking for it. All you have to do is keep moving around, living your life, doing the things that you're supposed to do. And boom, it will come to you. It will come. Okay. So even if this man did not knock at this woman's door, if this is the person she's meant to be with, she would go shopping somewhere and cross paths with him. They would bump into each other in the store. It's so funny. I told my twin one day, I told him, because he was constantly cheating with his baby mom and all this kind of stuff. I told him that I had a dream. And in the dream, it was years later down the line. And I was walking through a farmer's market and I had a bodyguard with me, like a security guard. And he was walking with me through the farmer's market and I ran into him. And I said, hey, I was like, wow, okay, cool. I was like, hey, how you doing? And he was like, I'm good. And I was like, okay. And he was just like, I don't know how the conversation went that he was like, hey, I want to show you my apartment. So I was like, he's like, I want to, come with me so I can show you my apartment. And I was like, oh, okay. And in the dream, all I kept thinking was, how is he living in an apartment when his father left him all these assets? So I'm like thinking he must have gotten with women that squandered his money or abused his kindness, because he's a really kind person. He really is. He does way too much, and he's too naive. He believes people, and they don't have his better interest in mind. I'll be honest with you. And I don't care if you're watching this, but it's the truth. And you know it's the truth. You're too damn nice. You're way too nice. And so in the vision, I ended up going to his apartment. And I mean, it was a mediocre apartment. It was okay. It was in a decent part of Atlanta. It wasn't Buckhead or anything. And I was like, okay, you know, this is nice. It's bare. I was kind of shocked, you know, because I'm like, damn, where did his legacy go? Where did everything go that was left to him? You know, I didn't even ask. So I remember we were standing there and he was like, yeah, he's like, this is my apartment. He's like, I get my kids every weekend. And I'm like, kids? So, wow. He went on to have more kids, which I knew these hoes were going to do that too, you know? So it didn't surprise me. So I was like, wow. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. And he's like, yeah, you know, I'm working on myself. And I was like, okay, cool. And so I remember he grabbed my hand. And he just grabbed my hand real, you know, lovingly. And we have a huge spark. So, and when I looked down at my hand, I had a huge diamond on it. And I knew it didn't come from him. And I looked at it and said, oh, and I pulled my hand back. And I was like, I don't know who gave me this ring, but this ring, I'm not cheating on whoever gave me this ring. So, because I was like, that's a big ring. That's 6 months salary. Like somebody really put their heart into this ring. And I didn't know who it was, though. I didn't know who it was. And so I pulled my hand back and I was like, I have to go. And I walked outside and there was a black car there. And I got into the black car and he, you know, he was like, I was like, it's good to see you. Take care. And I left. And I remember asking my spirit guides, is that still going to happen? And they were like, if he doesn't speak up, yeah. If he never comes back, yeah, that will happen. You will cross paths at a later date, a later time in life. And at that time, you will be married and settled down. So right now, what I'm hearing for you guys is that you guys are living your life and you're focused on your goals and you're doing your own thing. And a lot of you have come to this point where you're like, fine being single. You're like, I'm good. I've been through so much. Some of you have already been married, you know, or you have children. So you're like, I'm cool. If I'm with this person, fine. If I'm not. And I do feel like this person is coming back. But there may be a little bit of a challenge here. Let's see if there's a challenge. Spirit, is there a challenge here? I keep hearing the song by Boys II Men. Is it called I'm Doing Just Fine? Is that what that song is called? I'm Doing Just Fine. Fine. Yeah, I think that's what it's called. Yeah, Doing Just Fine. I hate when they change the stuff on the songs and then like spell it ironically and then you can't look it up. Yeah, Doing Just Fine. A lot of you guys are doing just fine. You're just kind of moving forward and you're accepting, like, you know, maybe for some of you guys, I feel like some of you guys are feeling like maybe love isn't in the cards for me. And I feel like this person is coming back. You know, you're just starting to understand like being happy with yourself. Yeah, see, 4 of Cups. For some of you, you're not happy where you are, but you're like content. Okay. Some of you are wanting love, but you're also closed off to getting hurt again. Okay. I feel like for this man, that he may be the one who's sitting here living, you know, in life and he's not happy. You know, he's not happy. Tell me more. Let's go to the future energy of what's going to happen here because it hasn't happened yet. But the Sun card is here, which is illumination and growth. Okay. So I do feel like there's some beautiful energy here. The Sun card is card number 19, which is 1 and 9 is 10, which is 1. I'm doing just fine. Okay, so yeah, you're getting on without this person. For a lot of you guys, you moved on. Okay, but you do think about them. I'm not going to sit here and lie. So future energy, spirit, clarify the sun. All right. Now the cherry just flipped over in my hand, but let's see if we get that. Some of you guys are just moving in a new direction. And with this, look, she's making a heart over the sun. Okay. So some of you guys are just recognizing, you know, how to love yourself, take care of yourself, heal yourself. You're growing. Okay. And you're learning new things about yourself. Spirit, what's coming for these two people? The Six of Swords, okay? And that's the energy that we had. For some of you guys, you might be planning to travel, okay? Or if this person isn't next to you, if they don't live in the same state, they may be making plans in the future to travel towards you, okay? Wow. Okay. Nine of Wands. Wow. Okay. So this person may be coming back towards you, and see the child there. You guys, this could be the father of your child, possibly. Okay. But if they do, I don't feel like this person has ever met this child before. I don't know. It's something about this. I don't feel like if for those of you who were pregnant and you didn't tell this person, or you told this person and they ghosted you, they may have denied your child or whatever. For some of you, this person has never met their child before, which is why the child is standing there looking at them, because he doesn't know who that man is that's coming back. Okay. And you're sitting there telling them like, that's your dad. Okay. With the Nine of Wands here, I also feel like this man has closed the door on someone, and he is literally leaving and carrying the freaking door with him. So he has shut some things out of his life. Okay. Some people, places, and situations out of his life. And I feel like he's going to let you know that. I mean, he's literally carrying the door behind him as he's coming to you, because whatever door he's closed, he doesn't want it to reopen. Okay. So he's literally got that door there at the back of him. And that's like telling me he doesn't want to look back. He's not looking back. Okay. Not looking back at all. Damn. Okay. He's coming towards you, and he's got that door shut behind him. He may even show you proof like, I'm done with that. I don't want that anymore. I'm coming, and I want this with you. We're going to pull some more cards on this too. So the Seven of Cups. Okay. The Seven of Cups. You have a decision to make. For a lot of you guys, you already knew this was coming. You've been having dreams and premonitions about this person. You've been having visions about this person, and you knew that this was coming. Okay. So the Seven of Cups can be about illusions, but it's also about decisions that you have to make. For a lot of you guys, you may have saw like this person at one point in time was my love of my life. I thought I'd never be without them. But now that you've had this period of time, you're like, I just don't know. I have a decision to make. I don't want to see this for what I thought it could be. I want to see it for what it really is. And so people always come to me and they're like, oh, Sapphire, I want my twin. No, you don't. I'm going to tell you right now, I've been on the twin flame journey for about 4 or 5 years now. Most people would not be able to survive this shit. And I'm telling you, because I almost didn't survive it. I have been through hell on my twin flame journey. And I literally have I've literally gone before God and been like, God, can I please trade my twin in? Is there like is there a return counter? Is there like, where is the customer service on the twin store so I can return this mofo and get a new one? Can I go shop in the new section, the new twin section? And God is like, it doesn't work that way, Sapphire. I'm like, what do you mean it doesn't work that way? And he is like, this person is half of you. Everything you dislike about this person is things that you dislike about yourself. There's things inside you. This person mirrors you. So the reason why that relationship is so hard for you is because even with this person, even when they're in their lowest vibration, they're mirroring back to you who you would have been if you were in your lowest vibration. This person is going to be the hardest lesson that you ever have to pass. And see, I'm a Virgo. So in school, I just blow through everything. I didn't even study for tests. If I read the chapter, I had a photographic memory. I just knew what I needed to know, took the test, and I always passed. But with life, you can't do that. There's no cheat codes for life lessons. And that has been the hardest thing for me as a Virgo, as an earth sign. There's no cheating. There's no photographic memory. There's no, you have to go through these lessons. You have to live them. You have to walk them. You have to go through the pain. You have to go through the hurt. You have to go through every step of these lessons. There is no cheat code for these at all. Okay. And that has been the hardest thing for me. My brain is very logical. So when it comes to my career and money, finance, business, no problem. I got that figured out. Okay. I'm very logical. But when it comes to love and life, that shit, I was like, oh my God, this is going to kill me. Because I just don't, you can choose to go left and then all of a sudden the path changes and you have to redirect. And I don't like that. I'm an earth sign. I don't like change. Okay. So I say this to say that a lot of you guys have been trying to control your life lessons and control, where your love life goes and what certain things. But the truth of the matter is you really don't have as much control as you think. Because at any given time, your path changes and you have to adjust with it or else you stay stuck. It's like Eric Hoffer said, in times of change, the learners inherit the earth while the learned find themselves beautifully equipped to live in a world that doesn't exist because the world is going to evolve. It's going to continue to change for the rest of your life. If you are a learned and think you know everything and you're not teachable and you're not able to be corrected, then you're not going to ever go anywhere. You're going to always stay stuck. So you've always got to be teachable. And it's so funny because we were talking about this in prophet class, how immature prophets are not teachable. They think they know everything and they don't hold themselves accountable to any higher level, any higher teacher, professor. We go to college to get a college degree, right? And I hate to say this, but I'm going to be honest with you. There are sometimes I come across people who have never gone to college and I can tell. Because when you go to college, I don't care if you go to community college. I don't care if you go to college, first of all, college is a choice. Okay. So most people who go to college, that's a choice. You chose to go. Okay. You chose to challenge yourself beyond the 12th grade. Okay. So that's right there is a choice. All right. Second of all, those people who have gone to college, y'all understand how that shit works. Meaning that you chose to go to school, to pay money, to elevate your education and to be able to have more opportunities to offer to you depending on what you're studying, right? So that's a choice to invest in yourself that way. All right. But when you go to college, you literally go to college to do more work and be accountable to someone who knows more than you and has more experience than you. Am I not right? You literally volunteer. I am going to pay this college or university or this educational program, because it doesn't have to be a college or university. It could be a trade school. I am going to pay them to teach me because I know my college professor has gone through certain things in their education in order to stand at the front of this room and be able to teach me. So I am going to pay this person to teach me because I know that if I go outside of here, there's a whole bunch of people who will teach me, but do they have the credentials to do so? So the same way, so at the end of the day, it's crazy how you can be in college and you can fail class, but you literally paid to fail that damn class, which is crazy, right? So, but it's a choice. So when it comes to your life and your progress in your life, it's a lot like college. You have a choice. You can choose to invest in elevating your understanding spiritually, but you're still accountable. You're still accountable, guys, to somebody. Everybody has to be accountable to someone, because when you come across somebody that's like, oh, I'm my own teacher. You can be your own teacher, but no, you still need to be accountable to someone who knows more than you. I mean, I teach prophet class and I teach spiritual gift development class, but you think I don't have people that are higher level than me that I'm accountable to? Come on. Where do you think I learned from? So when you think you know it all and you get to a point where you feel like you don't need to be taught or nobody can teach you, then that's a problem, because you are going to fail in life, because that same lesson you learned in school is the same lesson you need to apply out here in order to get through life. If you want to know how to get through your marriage issues, you need to talk to people who have successful marriages, not just on the outside, but on the inside of the house too. When you want to learn how to fix yourself or get over addictions, you need to talk to people who were addicts, who dealt with those same things. When you want to know how to evolve to the next spiritual level, recognize the signs, you need to find somebody that knows how to recognize the signs and can teach you to do that. But when you come across people who think they can teach themselves everything, that's a problem, because those people are going to be stuck, because everything is not in a book. The God designed the universe for us to learn from other people, okay? And for us to learn from each other. And so we've got to be open to that. We've got to, or you're going to end up being stuck, okay? And there goes the ding on that one, okay? So let's clarify this. All right, we have the Tower. So this person is coming in. There's a decision that's going to be made, and whatever decision is going to be made is going to rip up the whole foundation of this relationship, okay? It's going to rip up the whole foundation. So in other words, this person, I feel this person is coming back to you, but they're not coming back with the same foundational values. The foundation you guys had before is gone. It's gone. Okay, and you cannot build a new foundation on an old foundation. Even when you build houses in the 3D, you can't do that. Okay. Clarify, please. The Four of Swords. See, I once was blind, but now I see. Okay. This person, this foundation, this person is coming back to you different. And I'm going to tell you why, because the Four of Swords comes after the Three of Swords. Somebody thought they knew everything. They thought they could see everything they could see. They thought they knew everything, and now they're blind. And you want to know why this is good? Because when you're blind, you're teachable. When you think you don't know everything, you're teachable. And so I feel like with this Four of Swords, this person is coming back, and they've been through the Ace of Swords, seeing the truth. They've been through the Two of Swords, having to strategize once they saw the truth. What am I going to do? They've been through the Three of Swords, accepting the heartbreak of seeing what they saw and having to strategize to move out of something that was not for their greatest good. And now they're at the Four of Swords, which means they're at this point of trying to find their way with a different foundation, because what they knew before was not, it doesn't work for them anymore. So now they're blind. So it's like being a cheater your whole life, and now you're trying to be faithful, and you're like, well, I don't know how to be faithful. I've been a cheater. My dad was a cheater. My grandfather was a cheater. How do I be faithful now? I don't know. I have to be blind. I have to be open, because the only way I'm going to figure this out is by recognizing that maybe I don't know how to do it. Okay, so someone is coming back to you, and I'm hearing Music Soul Child. Teach me how to love. Show me the way to surrender my heart. Girl, I'm so lost. Teach me how to love. This person needs guidance. Not just guidance from other people in their life, but from you as well. Okay. And I think for some of you guys, for this person to let down their guard, let down their ego is something that you probably never experienced before. That's why they're open to learning. They're open to trying to see things from a different level. They're different. Okay. Eight of Pentacles. All right. This person may have this woman that they left is still stalking them. Okay. But what I see here with this Eight of Pentacles, you see that tattoo? This person is finding their strength. Okay. Because that's a ram. All right. That looks like a ram. Yeah, it's like a ram. You could be dealing with a Capricorn, but I feel very strongly that this person is embedding in them their strength on who they are, and they're recognizing that, and they're moving forward very strongly. With the Eight of Pentacles, they're ready to put work into this with you, but also putting work into themselves. All right. Six of Wands. Why? Because they want to be that CEO. They want to be that leader. They want that success. They want to walk into a room. I also feel that somebody might be going through rehab or addiction or therapy. So when I see this person walking into a room, I see somebody going into a room for their 60-day sobriety. or their 30-day or 60-day sobriety or their 90-day sobriety. I'm also seeing somebody who may be a musician or a singer who is getting back to their craft, and they may be auditioning for American Idol or America's Got Talent or something. I feel like this person is like getting back, putting work into who they are, finding out who they are. And I think that this person is coming back in. This is the thing. I don't see them coming back in with a relationship. Okay. What I do see is them coming back in, wanting to reconnect with you. I feel like this person has a lot of work that they're doing on themselves right now. So I really don't think that, I don't feel like I don't feel like the relationship is ready yet. Okay. I don't feel like they're ready for a relationship. Okay. I feel like this might be I'm coming back to show you that I've started to do my work. I'm coming back to show you that I'm actually doing my self-care. I'm actually taking care of myself. And I'm hoping that you'll let me back into your life, since you see that I'm doing my work. Okay. So I feel like that's what I'm feeling. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm feeling. I feel like this person is like on a journey of self-discovery, and they just started out on that journey. Okay. And so I'm not sure if they are ready to be in a relationship just yet, because remember, they were the Knight of Pentacles energy. So they're not even in King energy yet. And with the 8 of Wands at the bottom of the deck, I feel like you are deciding whether or not you want to allow this person into your home, into your life. So, she's standing there, she's trying to pick up a key. She's like, do I give him a key or not? Do I let him back into my life or not? Okay. For some of you, you are going to let this person back in. 8 of Pentacles. You're going to let them back in and start over with them, which means let me get to know this new person. With the Temperance card, there's going to be some balance that'll be brought back to you emotionally, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. Okay. And the Fool card. All right. There will be a new start. All right. So you might just have to get to know this person all over again, and they may have to get to know you. Because you're guarded. You've been through a lot. They've been through a lot. Look, he has the key. He has the key. So for some of you guys, you are going to and look at this Ace of Swords. You are going to give them the key and say, look, I'm giving you the key, but you still have to find your way, because I'm not going to sit here and babysit you. I don't want to be your mother. I want to be the woman in your life, or the mother of your kids or whatever. But for some of you guys, I do see this starting off as a restart, a reboot, Control Alt Delete. Okay. And it's not bad. I don't think it's bad, but I think that, I think that the relationship side has to be put to the side, because this person has work to do. Why did they choose this Queen of Pentacles, this fake queen over you? This means that they were focused on the material and not focused on the spiritual. So they chose this person based on the material and not the spiritual. So this person has work to do on themselves, and that's not going to be done overnight. It's just not. Okay. And I know some of you guys are like, but he's 30, but he's 40. I don't give a damn. It doesn't, age is a number. It doesn't dictate a person's maturity. It just doesn't. Okay. So I've seen 70-year-old men that still act like teenagers and get STDs and screw around and shit. Okay. Granted, they're stupid, and they don't have foundations either. They don't have stable foundations, and they're 70 years old and they're still doing the same shit they were doing in their 20s. Like, I mean, if that's what they want to do, but if that's all they know and they don't want to try anything different, then hey, it is what it is, right? So don't ever look at a person's age and say, oh, well, he's older. That doesn't mean shit. His body might be old. His spirit might be childish. And the same thing goes for a woman. Okay. So we have lightning, a sudden change. All right. So there is a sudden change, shocking news, surprise. Okay. Transformation. All right. So there is some kind of sudden change that is taking place here. Okay. There could be some shocking news coming in. They could be telling you, look, I left this marriage. I left this union. Okay. Also, this woman that they were with, this woman could have had all the money also. Okay. So if this is a man that was, maybe he chose this woman because she had money. And if I go with her, I don't have to pay bills. I don't have to do certain things. You know, she pays all the bills and I just do what she tells me to do. Well, they don't want that anymore. They don't want to be in that cage. Okay. It's so funny because when I had my house in West Grove, Pennsylvania, it was a $500,000 house. It was huge, beautiful, built it from the ground up. But I used to call it the pretty prison because there's no house that is material items don't dictate the happiness of the people inside the house. And I used to call that house the pretty prison. It was beautiful from the outside. People loved it. But from the inside, I wasn't happy. I just wasn't. And I'm glad that I recognized it. Okay. Material items don't make you happy. They don't. Okay. So let me give you another card here. Clock. Okay. Need time, takes time, in time, cycles, time to heal. Like I told you, this is a cycle. This person is closing out a cycle. You closed out some cycles. This person is in the process of healing. You're in the process of healing. Okay. So it takes time to get to, you know, to work towards having something stable and solid, you know? And I think that that's like the biggest thing. I really feel like this could be healing for both people, quite honestly. I think if both people surrender to this, I think that you can, and don't put a name on it, don't put a stipulation on it, just be there for each other. I think that it may actually be really good. I'm gonna pull cards on that. Okay. So we have ascending, transcending obstacles, learning, preparing for union. See? Preparing for union, going through ascension. Okay. So it's going to take time, but in time, you guys will ascend. Okay. And it will go towards union. All right. The butterfly, relationship evolving to the next phase, healing the inner child. Look, I can't make this shit up. Okay. I cannot make this shit up. All right. And then the bottom of the deck is the sword and the rose. Clarity, truth, revelation. All right. Honor, protection, power. So I feel like there's inner child healing that this person is going through. And maybe you just went through yours or you're going through yours as well. But I feel like this is like, I feel really good about this. I just do. I feel like this leads somewhere very positive. Okay. I just really feel that way. Okay. So, and to facilitating healing in this connection, these are my oracle cards. I'm actually in the process of having these printed in color with the color and design and everything. I'm not going to sell them until I get approval from the artist who did the art, but I'm creating them, getting them ready. One day at a time. What did I say? One day at a time. That's exactly what this is. Okay. The bottom of the deck is approval addiction. So you may have been dealing with someone who was worried about what people were going to think about them if they left. What are they going to think? What are people going to think about me if I'm with this woman? What are people going to think of me if I'm with a woman that's not, you know, an Instagram model or somebody that doesn't have a pretty body, or, you know, they look at her and they're just like, oh, that's who you're with. Like, this is somebody who was more concerned about appearances than they were actually being happy. And so one of the things that's being overcome here is approval addiction. We have to choose to be happy for ourselves, and we have to define for ourselves what peace is. Okay. And so somebody is getting over approval addiction, worrying about what other people are going to think. You know, this man may have been the kind of man that wanted a woman on his arm that when he went places, they were like, oh my God, your girlfriend is banging. Okay. She's beautiful, but she's as dumb as a doorknob. Okay. She might look nice, wear, you know, nice body and everything, but she's dumb. She spends money. She's an addict. She's this, she's that. Come on. She could be a lot. She could. So you choose, he could have chosen somebody based on looks and ended up with somebody with a whole lot more problems than he realized. And now that's kind of like the lesson that we all kind of go through, where we just realize, you know what, looks aren't everything. And it's the same thing that I kind of went through with, you know, Happy Cappy. I mean, he's got a banging ass body. I mean, it is what it is. Shit. But I'm like, you know what? He looks beautiful, but he is broken inside, and I can't deal with that shit. So I have dated men with all different types of body types. I've dated men shorter than me. I've dated men that are bigger than me. I've dated men that are athletic. I mean, honestly, I date a lot of men that are athletic. I don't know why athletic men are attracted to me, but they are. Probably because I used to be a runner, so maybe they recognize that I will go work out with them. I don't have a problem doing that. But I attract them. And then when I go out with them, I get people all the time that look like, how the hell did she get him? Because I'm overweight. I'm not going to lie. I'm a lot overweight. I'm more overweight than I should be, you know, and for my frame and everything. So I'm like, you know, I'll get back to running after all my scars heal from my kids, all my surgery scars and shit. Okay. And it's levels, y'all know how cesareans go. All right. Two. So, but yeah, so when you look at the outside can be appealing to everybody else, but they don't know what you deal with when you go home with that person. Okay. And like I showed you guys Happy Cappy's body. He looks beautiful, but the inside is fucked up. And I don't give a damn what the outside looks like. And I don't care if people are like, oh girl, he's fine. You can have him. You can have him, because I don't want to deal. I'm sorry. I'm that's superficial. How somebody looks. Fuck that. Y'all can have that shit. I'm good. I want somebody that's going to respect me, treat me right, and their head is on right, and they're not destructive, self-destructive, and destructive of everybody and people around them, and they have values that are in line with mine, which are about stability and foundation and truth and integrity. I don't care how good you look. You can keep that shit. For real, for real, for real. Okay? So that is what I have for you guys today. Oh, I did say I was going to take a look at where this was going to go. If where this was going to lead, if these people did take this one day at a time, where could this lead? Okay. Spirit, where does this lead? Okay. So 4 of Pentacles. 4 of Pentacles is about stability. Okay. And so what I'm getting here is, you see that door and you see this woman here. The woman has a very big ego, but she can't get through that door. So, and there's a whole wall around here. So what I'm hearing is that if these people stay on this one day at a time, they will build a foundation that is so solid that nobody will be able to get in it, over it, under it. They won't be able to break through. Okay. They will be heavily guarded. Their union will be guarded. Their home will be guarded. Their future will be guarded. And the 4 of Pentacles is also about legacy. Okay. About building something that cannot be destroyed. Okay. It's so funny because that's the type of wall that I have on the, around the property in Dominican Republic for the resort that I told you guys about. It has a wall around it just like this. Yeah. Cause you can't, I'm not going to have, if I'm bringing people over there to heal them, I definitely want to make sure that I'm keeping out all the negative people and all the negative shit. Right. So that's exactly what that wall is about. Keeping out anybody that doesn't fit. One of these things is not like the other. And so she's not, whoever this is that might be trying to come in, trying to break up, get into that foundation. Not going to happen in the future. Not going to happen. Okay. Look at this shit. I can't make this up. This just flipped over in my hand. I cannot make this shit up. Okay. Look at this. I can't make it up. Look at the bottom of this. So we have the Ace of Cups and the Hierophant. So there could be a marriage. There could be a child born out of this union in the future. Okay. This is a union of God, okay? Because the Hierophant is about God, okay? It's about, look, the lamb down there, and then look, the priest with the man and the woman and the child. So this could lead to a blessed union, a truly blessed union if taken one day at a time, okay? Damn, that's beautiful. And look, the Empress, okay? So you yourself, you and this other person, y'all will build a legacy like unlike anything you thought. I really do feel that, because I'm going to be honest with you. What I was feeling when I was shuffling cards was the 10 of Pentacles. The Ace of Cups is even better. I love that. And with God, I mean, if you had to have somebody present you with the Ace of Cups, who better to bring it to you than the Most High? I'm just saying. Okay. That's how I want my Ace of Cups to come. All right. So it's a brand new start. It's really good. Okay. It's really good. And look, again, they said also bring notice to, do you see the Empress? Everybody talks about the Empress being success, the Empress being like balanced. She has a lot to offer, but do you see a lot of jewelry, glitz and glam on her? She looks absolutely stunning, and you don't see her decked out in 14 karat gold or Gucci, Chanel, Fendi, and Louis Vuitton. You don't. She personifies the Empress energy from her core of who she is, not from what she wears. The Empress isn't about what you wear and what you have. It's about who you are. And that is the lesson that somebody needs to learn, that an Empress is about who she is on the inside, not on what she wears on the outside, not what she looks on the outside. Look at this judgment. Yeah. So there is a judgment that will be done. And those people who are not for your greatest good, they will be knocked off the cliff. And y'all will be ascending to a higher level. Okay. You will be chosen to be ascending to a higher level. Yeah, this is good, guys. I love this. And look, underneath the bottom deck, the Knight of Cups and the damn Sun again. And look, the King of Cups. Your person will evolve into the King of Cups. but it does take time, one day at a time. Okay. Woo. Okay. So that's what I have for you guys today. I'm going to take these 3 videos and combine them into one and re-upload them to the site. And I'll probably keep these up here as well, but still. So that's what I have for you guys. I love you guys, one day at a time. Stop worrying about what people think. Fuck everybody else's opinion. Oh, well, my girlfriend. People might look at your boyfriend and be like, oh, he's not that cute. That's so what? He treats me better than yours. Yours might be what you think is your cup of tea, but that person treats you like fucking shit. Okay. Yeah, you have a woman with a nice body, but she's disrespectful. She's an addict. She treats her kids like shit. She doesn't do anything. So what? So what is looks are shallow. Okay, because we all don't get to keep looks for the rest of our lives. We don't. Our looks will fade. All right. Not unless you're going to be like Death Becomes Her and drink some shit that's going to keep you immortal. And that doesn't exist. Okay. It doesn't exist. All right. So death is inevitable and we need to understand that. All right. But the sun is here 2 times. So sun is the happiest card in the deck. It's about material happiness, material gain. I just feel like if the 2 of you can do this, if you can really take this one day at a time and start this over and get to know each other again, and build that trust, and this person can truly continue to do their self-work, I do see this growing into something, an empire. I do. I feel very strongly that it will. I have faith in that. You know, I have to. I'm God's mouthpiece. Being a prophet, if I speak it, it's going to manifest. So I speak that this will work and that people will heal from this, and this will be for your greatest good. All right. So that is where I have for you. I love you guys. I'm going to get out of here. All right. I have to go get ready and get them ready. And I will speak to you later. Bye. Book sapphire.com or sapphiredragonfly.us. All right. I love you guys. Bye.